We will all fall victim to it. It is inevitable. Regardless of our romantic preferences, we all will experience periods where we light up at the idea of being with someone in particular. It could be somebody you admire in your classroom from afar, someone you just met, or a friend that you suddenly find attractive. There is nothing wrong with these feelings in that they feel good, make life exciting, and prove that we are human with vulnerabilities, secrets, and desires. At the same time, do not fall into the trap of what I will refer to as melding. You see, the unfortunate truth is that in order for any romantic relationship to evolve or come into being, is that both sides have to have reciprocity in the feelings, and this is a rare alignment of the stars. There are too many cases where one side feels a strong attraction and the other party simply feels like that fact makes them want to run for the hills. Guess what? This is a situation that will never reveal itself to you in full clarity. Most times, you will never know the true feelings of the other person, and to ask is simply showing your cards, which in and of itself, in most cases, will make the other person want to run away. There is very real truth in the idea that a love is blind. Being attracted to someone automatically affects your brain to the point where logic escapes you. For this very reason, many cultures traditionally rely on arranged marriages, which tend to last longer because it is based on a logical process of determining the best match from the parents, who are not marred by emotional bias. So what is a melding? Melding is an internal process of thinking about another person constantly, and even worse, envisioning how you want things to evolve with that person. If you allow yourself to go there, and the other person does not have mutual feelings for you, you are entering obsession or the creep-y or a stalker zone with that person, and you will likely be disappointed and crushed emotionally. There are many songs with this very theme. Listen to them. A few examples are What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers, Taylor Swift's You Belong to Me, and I'm Not in Love by 10cc. So, what do you do when you find yourself in this downward spiral? Stop thinking about them the minute you catch yourself doing it. Get busy doing something else you are passionate about and obsess over that. As they say, you need to have your heart broken quite a few times before you understand how to control your emotions and why it is important to do so. Our brains can trick us into thinking someone is good for us even though they are toxic or simply out of reach. What is the secret to attracting others? By doing everything I told you in the first topic. People are more attractive when they are not melders and seem to be preoccupied with their passions. That is what is hot. Providing a bit of mystery for the other person will make them more comfortable about you and more curious about what is going on in your head. In fact, in many ways, it is best to never be the first to admit feelings for the other person. I know it's a vicious game that potential love interests play, but if you are staying busy with your passions and they see you doing this, you really have nothing on the line that requires you to do so. I know there will always be this itch to know what they are thinking, but continue to keep it light. Be Jennifer Page in the song A Crush, and not Bonnie Raitt in I Can't Make You Love Me. If you catch yourself looking beyond the next time you will meet, stop it and get busy. I would never encourage someone to cheat on another person, but there is wisdom in the idea of playing the field. Keeping many balls in the air will cushion the blow of any one ball falling to the ground. That does not mean many romantic partners, but more so, just having many things going on in your life. Nobody is your committed partner unless it is discussed and agreed upon by both sides. Do not let the idea of commitment be assumed, and definitely do not feel obligated to be bound to something that was never agreed upon in the first place. Love at first sight is a dangerous trap, and it will turn off the other person if they do not see you in the same way. If you want to be attractive to others, show them that you can control your feelings. Show them that you have so many other things going on in your life that they are not the center of your world. And what they say they want from another person is not always what they desire. I want a nice guy that treats me well usually translates to I want somebody that treats me well but then goes away and does his own thing. And to being nice, nair. Why do you think so many girls want a bad boy? Because there is such a thing as a too nicey, which usually equates to ear pushover. They would rather have someone that is there from time to time, usually for short periods of time, but then moves on with the rest of her life. For their bad boy apart, it doesn't mean being a criminal, it just means being someone that has confidence, does not let others walk all over them, and is imperfect in a perfect way. All lessons I provide are lead-ins to flirting. I mean this because coming across as cool at school will allow you to become a master flirter. I will start from the perspective of boys. The reason I singled you out is because flirting for you has one added requirement that I'd like to get out of the way, and it really applies both ways, but guys, hear me out. The first step for you is to make the other person feel safe. If you blow this off the bat, you lose the game. Having said that, this means that you cannot use forceful and aggressive tactics, mention anything sexily, touch them in any way, nor make comments about their body. The immediate way for someone to gauge that from you is how well you pick up on nonverbal cues before moving in. If she is ignoring you, walking away, saying she's not interested, etc., you do not push it further at that moment. Notice I added their ear at that moment apart, because there are cases where she simply does not feel safe with you yet. Well, what do you do and how do you know? Back off for a while and continue to be friendly by saying hi, and then pay attention to the cues. If you continue to get negative cues, then go away and move on, period. Most guys that are successful with girls will do this time and time again. Let me repeat 3 one more time: go away and move on. Your ability to do that confidently is what will make you more attractive. Notice that they do not push, persist, not get the hint, ask why, or feel hurt by the rejection. They do not feel hurt because they did not take the time to build up ideas in their mind about that person. To him or her, the other person was just simply the next person I moved on to. Lastly, since the topic is about flirting, let us talk about that. People like others that know how to meet them at a childlike level in conversation. What do I mean by that? First off, think of that for what it is, a childlike level. That indicates it is something a child can do, right? So that tells you it is not a difficult, magical, or some secretive thing that takes years of practice. Next, a childlike tells you off the bat, not serious, but fun. Why would anyone want to be around someone serious that doesn't know how to have fun? So let me give you an example with a skit at a costume party and leave you with that. Enjoy.
So what are you supposed to be exactly?
I am the protector of the establishment who is here to protect from people like you here that cause trouble.
Ah, so that is why you have been checking me out this whole time, cause you think I am trouble.
Sir, you look like you are trouble with a capital T.
No, it is actually J as in Jack. Pull out your phone and I'll help you spell the rest of that while you are adding my phone number.